Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz. I post 4 beauty related videos a week on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. If that's the kind of content you like to watch, then please just subscribe down below. In this video, it's quite exciting for me because I'm actually testing a mini palette, and this is the mini Espresso palette by I Heart Revolution, which just looks like this. And I thought, what better than to do a nice little pumpkin inspired, coffee inspired autumnal look than with a mini espresso palette. So if you want to see how I got this look, then stay tuned. This is what the little espresso palette looks like in the packaging. It's so cute. Like, compared to the actual latte palette, it is tiny. And then once you open it up, you've got that same kind of velvet touch to it, and then they open the same way as the bigger tasty palettes. And this is what the inside looked like. Now it is just a full matte palette, but that's fine because I think what I might do is use one of the shimmers from the bigger coffee palette, the latte palette, and just use one for my lid, because this is screaming autumn to me and I absolutely love it. We're going to start off with some swatches, and we're just going to start off with it. Oh, they're so soft. The top row, of course. They are very, very soft. Right, the second shade hasn't swatched as pigmented, but it could be, there we go. It's just a pale pink, that's why. But they are swatching nice. Very pigmented. Then I'll swatch the second row. This one does not feel as soft as the rest of them. This palette just screams coffee to me. Like, it just reminds me of the autumn time, and I'm so happy that we are testing this palette right now. Okay, I have the P. Louise base on in the shade number 1, and let's just dive straight into this palette. And the first thing I want to do is put this like burnt orange shade just above my crease. There's a lot of kickback in the pan, but just dust your, I was going to say wand, dust your brush off. I always like to pat it in first with P. Louise, or with a lot of bases. So that has blended out really well. There's a few little patches, but I think that's, well, I don't know why. But it's a really nice eyeshadow. I'm stuck between this shade here and this shade here on what I want to do. Do I go red or do I stick to like brown? Let's add the burgundy in. So I just want to go in with a clean brush and blend out all these edges. Really like the red in the mix there. But now it's time. I want to deepen it up with this shade here. That one has even more fallout, but really dust your brush off. I want to focus this on the outer corner, and then with the brush that was clean, blend it into my crease. Then I'm going to go in with this really dark shade here. The darker the shades, the more kickback you're getting in the pan. Okay, this is what we're looking like right now. Now it's time to pick a shimmer from this lovely latte palette. The coffee palettes are my absolute fave because they're just the colours that I really reach for. And I think because I used like a burgundy pink the other day, I want to go for something a little bit like an orangey bronze pumpkin shade. And this one's called Iced Honey, and it is so pigmented. Like, I haven't even had to wet the shade. I didn't even have to wet it in my review of this palette either. So impressed. So I've cleaned up the edges, but it's now time to blend the edges of that shade, and I'm taking the wrong palette. I want to go in with that burgundy red shade first. Just a little tap of it, and blend out the edges a bit more. So this is what the eyes are looking like so far. I'm actually really impressed with these palettes. I just want to put some wing liner and then I'll show you what I do for my base, because I like showing you guys that. And someone tell me, do you ever get your wing liner on point on both sides? Because I don't. But we can only try, and I'm going to try, well, I'm going to use my NYX Honey Dew Me Up as usual. Love this stuff. My base hasn't changed in the last couple of months, weeks, because just been loving certain things. Then you know the stitch. I am going to be using MUA in 130 with a little bit of 146, a tiny bit, because the more of that stuff I use, the less I match my neck. Okay, I'm looking really pale for some reason. I feel like the lights have really drowned me out, so I did just use my normal Conceal and Define concealer in C5 and the Revolution Pro CC powder in translucent. So I have two shades of the new coffee bronzer. I have Macchiato, I don't know. That's the darker shade. It's like a really nice reddy toned. And I have Latte, which is the lighter shade. Just love that it looks like a coffee like cup on the top of the packaging. And then I love this like mint green shade. It's really nice. These were, I believe, £5, so let's just get straight into using it. I've got the shade Latte first. Let's see how this does. Oh no, Latte is pretty good for me. That is much nicer than I thought it would be. So before I bronze my cheeks, I like to go in with a blush, and I'm going to use the Heartbreakers matte blush in Independent. This is what it looks like. I believe these were £6, so very affordable, very cute, and I have tons of these heart-shaped stuff. There is no mirror in the Heartbreakers cheek blushes, so I just use a mirror. But you've got mirrors in all sorts of stuff nowadays. Now that the blush is on, I like to then put my bronzer underneath, and it's just this, I don't know, I feel like it melts into the skin so much better. Then for highlight, I'm going to go in with this chocolate contour palette by I Heart Revolution. Now this is the one in medium because I really wanted to try out this highlight. I have the one in light, which the bronze, it's more of a bronzer than contour, looks really nice, but this highlight is more gold, which is more me. It's just much more what I would wear. Then as usual, melt it into the skin with my beauty blender. And to finish off the base, I always use this XX spray. I feel like I'm nearly running out of it. It's time to go under the eyes, and I want to start off with the burgundy shade first. No, actually, let's start off with the brown here, and then we'll move into the red shade in the centre. Then let's blend in the burgundy shade into the centre. Then on the inner part of my eye, I'm going to take the transition shade. And you know what? For highlight, for under the brow bone and the inner corner, we're going to go in with this highlight again. It's just like bam. So guys, this is the finished look. I use Natural Collection Espresso lip liner as usual with Rumba over the top, and this is one of the Revolution Pro lipsticks. I love this lipstick. But then I actually went in and added this lipstick, well, lip gloss in Raspberry by I Heart Revolution, and it made it go a bit more pink, and it's such a nice colour, and it's come up with this like nice burnt pink shade. I really like it. Also had to use like the chocolate dip mascara because, you know, it's an absolute favourite at the moment. So yeah, this is the finished look. First, I just want to speak about this little bad boy here, which is the Latte bronzer. This stuff is so good. Now, there is only 5 shades in the range, which is annoying, but I feel like there should be a shade for everyone. It's just that you'd have to pick a shade that might be a little bit too dark or too light, But do you know what? This latte shade actually wasn't too bad for me. So yeah, I would actually highly recommend this. I love the packaging, I love the colour on it, and the price for £5, it works really well for a bronzer. Yeah, so it gets a huge thumbs up from me. Now this little mini palette. This palette is so cute. I absolutely love it. I love the shade range. I actually don't mind that there isn't a matte in there, because you could actually just use the mattes, the shimmers from the other coffee palette, or a highlight. Like, you can use a shimmer. I'm sure you don't just own this one little palette, you can use a shimmer from another palette. But I'd say buying this palette and this palette together is an absolute dream. They're the best combo ever. And you know, I'm not the biggest coffee lover, but when it comes to autumn, I love anything coffee themed. Like, it just looks so cute. And the price of this, I think, was £6, I want to say 6 or 8, I believe 6 to be fair. And I really feel like it is worth the money. It's very pigmented, it's very like coffee toned colours, like they've really stuck to the theme, and I'm really impressed with this palette. So I would highly recommend this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please smash a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you next time for some more beauty related videos, because do you know what, I just love beauty content. So I will see you soon, guys. Bye.